Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Dallas, Cowboys fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. There's been a lot of chatter swirling around the league lately, and one of the biggest rumors that's gained traction involves none other than Penei Sewell, the talented offensive tackle from the Detroit Lions. And yes, this could be a game changer for the Dallas Cowboys, who are always looking to strengthen their line and stay ahead of the NFC pack. So let's break this down and see what it really means for us, for the division, and for the Cowboys' Super Bowl aspirations. First off, the Lions are sitting at a pretty decent 7-5 record, right? Not bad at all, especially considering their recent struggles with injuries and roster depth. They have around $22 million in cap space, which gives them some flexibility to make moves before the season ends and in the offseason. But here's the thing, their offensive line has been a bit of a weak link lately. They're allowing roughly 2 sacks per game, which is pretty high considering the NFL standards today. That's a problem for any team, especially when your quarterback, in this case Jared Goff, needs a clean pocket to be effective. The Lions are reportedly open to trading Sewell, who's just 25 years old and already established as one of the league's top tackles, in exchange for multiple draft picks and a young offensive tackle to keep building their future. Now, why would Detroit even consider parting ways with Sewell? Well, there's a lot of focus on their long-term plans. They're prioritizing extensions for Goff and trying to keep their offense humming, but the reality is, their offensive line, despite its talent, hasn't been able to keep up with the division's best defenses. They're a little CETISAL about past injuries and durability issues, which makes some of their management hesitant about locking in big contracts long-term. The Lions are aware that they need to boost their depth, especially on the line, but they're also looking to maximize their draft capital. Trading Sewell could help them address other pressing needs, like bolstering their defensive front or wide receiver core. But that's where things get really interesting for Cowboys fans. Sewell at 25 is a true titan of a blocker. He's like an immovable anchor on that line, metaphorically and literally. His PFF grades over the last few seasons average around 86, with a pass-blocking grade of 82 and a run-blocking grade of 87. That's elite stuff. He's allowed just around 1 sack in his entire career since entering the league in 2021, and he's been remarkably durable, missing no major games. His run-blocking is top-notch, helping create lanes that turn into big gains on the ground. Projections suggest he could cut the sacks allowed on his team by around 8 per year, which is huge. That kind of upgrade would definitely boost the overall offensive efficiency, and it could take the Cowboys' already potent attack to a new level. Right now, the Cowboys' offensive line has some strengths, but also some vulnerabilities. Guyton's ankle injury has exposed some weaknesses, and the team is giving up about 2 sacks per game, which isn't terrible but could be better. Imagine having Sewell anchoring that tackle spot. His addition would make their line a fortress, giving Dak Prescott even more time to find his receivers and make those big throws we all love. His ability to anchor the line and improve protection would allow Dak to exploit mismatches and extend plays, especially against NFC defenses that thrive on pressure. That extra second or two he'd get in the pocket can be the difference between a sack and a big completion. And let's not forget, Sewell's presence in the run game is a game changer. He's been instrumental in opening lanes for Detroit's running backs, averaging over 40 yards per carry, and his run-blocking grades are among the best in the league. With the Cowboys' running game already solid, adding Sewell could mean even more explosive plays on the ground, something that's crucial for setting up play-action passes and keeping defenses honest. The potential for the Cowboys to project a reduction in sacks from Sewell could be around 8 per season, which would drastically improve their offensive efficiency and overall scoring ability. Their PPG could jump from about 29.3 to over 32 points per game, a significant leap that could make all the difference in tight games, especially in the playoffs. Now, what about the impact on the division and the NFC at large? Well, the NFC is incredibly competitive this year, with teams like the 49ers, Eagles, and even the Seahawks fighting tooth and nail for playoff positioning. Adding Sewell to the Cowboys' offensive line would not only bolster protection for Dak, but also give their run game a huge boost, helping them control the clock and wear down opponents. That's a recipe for sustained success, especially come playoff time. Remember, the Cowboys' defense has been playing well, and with the offensive line fortified, they could become one of the most complete teams in the NFC. Of course, there are skeptics in Detroit, and some feel that trading Sewell might weaken their offensive line in the short term. They're also wary of losing a cornerstone player who's been a leader up front. But as with all trades, it's about the bigger picture, and Detroit seems to be trying to position themselves for the future, even if it means parting with a player of Sewell's caliber. Meanwhile, the Cowboys are eyeing the Super Bowl, and every move they make is with that ultimate goal in mind. They've already made some key trades and signings, like acquiring Quinnen Williams and J.J. Clark, to strengthen their front seven and secondary. Sewell would complement that effort perfectly, giving Dak more time and space to work with. Looking ahead to 2025, the projections for Sewell are even more exciting. With an estimated overall grade of 85, a pass block score of 82, and run block at 87, he's poised to be a cornerstone for whichever team lands him. His ability to stay healthy with 0 major injuries so far makes him even more valuable. His career stats, 4 Pro Bowls in just a few years, speak volumes about his consistency and elite level of play. And if he joins the Cowboys, he could help elevate their ground game to match or even surpass some of the best in the league, like the Seahawks. Metcalf's projected 200 yards in 2025. Now, the odds of a trade happening are still uncertain. But if it does, it would be a bold move that could reshape the NFC landscape. The Cowboys would be viewed as even bigger contenders, especially if Sewell's addition translates into fewer sacks, more points, and a more dominant offensive line. Plus, with the Super Bowl odds moving from plus 8,000 to plus 3,200, it's clear that Vegas sees the Cowboys as a team on the rise. They're already a formidable squad, but with Sewell, they could become unstoppable, especially in high-pressure playoff situations where protection and run game control are everything. In conclusion, this potential trade is a classic example of how strategic moves in the NFL can shift the balance of power. The Cowboys have been building steadily, and adding a player like Sewell could be the final piece to their championship puzzle. It's about protecting Dak, empowering their run game, and setting the stage for a deep playoff run, possibly even another Super Bowl appearance. The NFC is loaded, no doubt, but this move could give Dallas the edge they need to finally get over the hump and bring that 6th Lombardi trophy back to AT&T Stadium. Keep an eye on this story, Cowboys fans, because it's shaping up to be one of the most exciting offseason storylines of the year. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential Sewell trade? Do you think it's a smart move that could push us over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. We're in this together and the best is yet to come. Let's go Cowboys.